My broke girlfriend cheated on me with my childhood best friend for months. So, I screwed her golden child sister and realized I dated the wrong sibling. We'd been together 10 years. High school sweethearts turned into complete strangers living under the same roof. After college, everything fell apart. She refused to work, spent every single day locked in our guest room streaming to 5 viewers on Twitch, making $0 while somehow racking up $8,900 in online gambling debt that I had to help pay off. I was the only one working, paying rent, groceries, utilities, everything, and she had the audacity to complain that I worked too much. We couldn't be in the same room without screaming at each other. Therapy didn't work. I knew she wanted out, but couldn't leave because she was completely dependent on me. Then, we lost our baby. That's when everything got worse. She blamed me, told me I wasn't a real man because my body couldn't do what it was programmed to do, said I caused the loss of her child and it was all my fault. She moved into the guest room permanently, told me she couldn't stand looking at my body anymore, that I disgusted her. I cried myself to sleep for months, felt like I wasn't good enough for anything or anyone. 3 weeks ago, I found out why her mood suddenly changed. She got weirdly happy out of nowhere, started getting dressed up to run errands, came home smiling. We weren't being intimate at all, so it was obvious something was up. She left her iCloud synced to the iPad. Every single text message with my best friend since kindergarten was right there. They'd been sleeping together for months, making plans, talking about me behind my back, laughing about how clueless I was. I felt sick. This was my first love and my closest friend, both destroying me at the same time. The messages were brutal too. She'd complain about how pathetic I was, how I just worked and came home like some robot. He'd joke about how I never suspected a thing, how easy it was to lie to my face. They had pet names for each other, inside jokes, plans for a future that didn't include me. I remember sitting there on the couch, scrolling through months of conversations, and feeling like my entire reality was crumbling. Everything I thought I knew about the two most important people in my life was a lie. The nights she said she was going to the gym, she was with him. The times he canceled our plans last minute, he was with her. Every smile, every hug, every I love you from both of them was fake. Last weekend, she told me she was driving 3 hours to visit her dad, but her messages told the truth. She was spending the entire weekend at my best friend's apartment. I could see the texts where they planned it, what movies they'd watch, what food they'd order, how they'd finally have a whole weekend without worrying about me finding out. The betrayal cut deeper than anything I'd ever felt. That's when I made the call. I texted her sister and told her I needed help installing a ceiling fan. Total lie. Just needed her to come over. Her sister always flirted with me at family dinners. She was objectively more attractive than my girlfriend. More successful, more everything. My girlfriend was insanely jealous of her, the golden child with the full-ride medical school scholarships, while she sat at home streaming to nobody. When she showed up that Friday night, I didn't even pretend to care about the ceiling fan. She walked in, saw my face, and immediately asked what was wrong. I just broke down and told her everything, showed her the messages, watched her face go from shock to anger to something else I couldn't quite read. "I'm so sorry," she said, sitting next to me on the couch. "You deserve so much better than this." We talked for maybe 20 minutes before it happened. I honestly can't even say who made the first move. 1 second we were sitting there, and the next we were kissing. We spent the entire weekend together, and honestly, it was the best I'd felt in years. For the first time since I could remember, someone made me feel wanted. She was gentle, asked me how I was doing, actually listened when I talked. She made me feel like a human being instead of a walking paycheck. My girlfriend treated intimacy like a chore she had to get through. Her sister made it feel like connection, like I actually mattered. We stayed up talking until 4 a.m. She told me about med school, her research, her dreams. I told her about my job, my hobbies I'd given up, the person I used to be before everything fell apart. It felt like breathing fresh air after being underwater for years. Sunday night, my girlfriend came home, walked in all smiles, clearly still riding the high from her weekend with my so-called best friend. She had this glow about her that made me sick. She actually hummed while putting her bag down, didn't even look at me, just went straight to the bathroom to shower. I waited until she sat down. She was scrolling through her phone, probably texting him, probably reliving their weekend together. Then I confronted her about the cheating. "I know what you've been doing," I said. She didn't even look up. "What are you talking about?" "You and him. I know everything." She lied straight to my face. Didn't even hesitate, looked me dead in the eyes and said I was being paranoid, that I was making things up, that I needed therapy for my trust issues, called me controlling, said I was smothering her with my insecurity, tried to flip it all on me like I was the problem. So, I told her the truth. I said, "I know you spent the weekend with him. I read every message. And you want to know something funny? While you were there, I was here with your sister." Her face went blank. The color literally drained from her cheeks. She just stared at me like she couldn't process the words. I kept going. "Not only is your sister 10 times better than you at everything, med school, scholarships, actual human decency, she's way hotter too. And we spent your entire weekend together, multiple times. The look on her face was pure devastation. Her mouth opened, but nothing came out. Her golden child's sister, the one person she'd been competing with her entire life, had just become the person who proved she was replaceable. She started screaming, throwing things, completely losing it. Called me every name in the book, a piece of shit, a liar, a cheater. The hypocrisy was almost funny. She threw her phone at the wall, shattering it. Grabbed a lamp and threw that too. I just stood there, watching her meltdown, feeling nothing. "You're disgusting," she screamed. "How could you do this to me? How could I? Are you serious right now?" She was crying, makeup running down her face, and honestly, I felt zero sympathy. This was the same person who told me I disgusted her, who blamed me for losing our baby, who spent months sneaking around with my best friend. Her phone started ringing from where it landed. Somehow it still worked despite the shattered screen. It was him. I grabbed it and answered on speaker. "Hey babe," he said, voice all casual and happy. "I miss you already. That was the best weekend ever." He had no idea I knew everything. Started talking about their weekend, making jokes about me. Did he buy the dad story? God, he's so clueless. "We should do this more often." Then I said his name and he went silent. "Hey man," I said. "Thanks for that. Really appreciate the kind words." "Oh shit," I heard him whisper. My girlfriend tried to grab the phone as his car pulled into our driveway. I saw the headlights through the window and laughed. Actually, laughed. This idiot was so predictable. He must have panicked the second he heard my voice and immediately drove over to try and do damage control. My girlfriend was still crying, mascara everywhere, trying to grab her broken phone from my hands. "Give it to me," she screamed. "Why? So you can warn him? He's already here." The car door slammed outside. I could hear his footsteps on the stairs. My girlfriend looked at me with pure panic in her eyes. "Please," she whispered. "Please don't do this." "Do what? Tell the truth?" The door wasn't locked. He walked right in like he always did. Like this was his place. Like he had any right to be here. He froze when he saw the scene. My girlfriend standing there in tears, her belongings scattered everywhere from her tantrum, me standing calm as hell in the middle of it all. "Dude," he started. "I can explain." "Oh, I'm sure you can." I walked over to my desk drawer and pulled out 2 envelopes I'd prepared earlier that day. Yeah, I'd been planning this. "Here, eviction notices. Both of you. 30 days to get out of my apartment." My girlfriend's eyes went wide. "What? No, you can't do this." "Actually, I can. Lease is only in my name. I checked with the landlord this morning. You're both trespassing at this point." My ex-best friend, let's call him Jake, just stood there looking stupid. He'd gone pale. "Come on, man. We can talk about this." "Talk? Like how you talked about me behind my back for months?" "I read every message, Jake. Every single one. The jokes, the laughs. How pathetic I was. How easy it was to fool me." He ran his hand through his hair, that nervous habit he'd had since we were kids. "Look, it just happened. We didn't mean for it to go this far. It just happened? For months? You planned entire weekends together. You had pet names. Don't insult me more than you already have." My girlfriend finally found her voice. "Where am I supposed to go? I don't have money. I don't have anywhere to stay. Should have thought about that before you fucked my best friend in his apartment while telling me you were visiting your dad." "You slept with my sister!" she screamed. "After I found out about you two. Big difference. I wasn't sneaking around for months. I wasn't lying to your face every single day." Jake stepped forward. "Bro, please, I know I messed up. I know I betrayed you, but we've been friends since we were 5. That has to count for something." It did count for something. That's what makes this so much worse. You knew everything about me. You knew what I was going through with her. You knew about the baby. You knew I was barely holding it together. And you still did this. The apartment went quiet. Just the sound of my girlfriend's crying and the hum of the refrigerator. Then she got down on her knees. Actually got on her knees and started begging. "Please don't tell my family. I'll do anything. I'll get a job. I'll pay you back for everything. Just please don't tell them." I pulled out my phone. Too late. "What are you doing?" she asked, panic in her voice. I was already dialing. Her mom picked up on the second ring. "Hello? Hey, Mrs. Peterson. It's me. I need to tell you something about your daughter." "No." My girlfriend lunged for the phone, but I stepped back. I put it on speaker. "Your daughter has been cheating on me for months with my best friend. While she was supposed to be visiting you last weekend, she was actually at his apartment. And when I found out, I slept with your other daughter. I thought you should know." The silence on the other end was deafening. Then I heard her mom take a breath. "What did you just say?" My girlfriend was sobbing now. "Mom, please, he's lying. He's making it up because he's angry." "Am I? Want me to send you the screenshots? You slept with both my daughters?" Her mom's voice was rising. "No, ma'am. Your younger daughter cheated on me. Your older daughter and I connected after I found out. We're actually together now. Put her on the phone. Now." I handed the phone to my girlfriend. She took it with shaking hands. "Mom, I can explain." I couldn't hear what her mom was saying, but I could see my girlfriend's face crumbling. She was nodding, crying, trying to talk, but her mom kept cutting her off. This went on for maybe 5 minutes before she hung up. My girlfriend just stood there, phone in her hand, completely broken. "She wants me to come home tonight. She said I'm an embarrassment to the family." "Sounds about right." Jake was still by the door, looking like he wanted to disappear. I should go. Yeah, you should. 30 days. Both of you. As he turned to leave, something in him snapped. Maybe it was the shame, maybe it was the anger, I don't know, but he came at me, tried to throw a punch. The thing is, I'd been going to the gym for months. It was the only thing keeping me sane. I'd been lifting heavy, running, boxing. All that rage and pain I'd been feeling went into getting stronger. I caught his fist and twisted. He yelped and I shoved him back into the wall. He came at me again and I didn't hold back this time. I'd been wanting to hit something for so long. Every night I couldn't sleep. Every time she told me I disgusted her, every message I read between them, all of it came out. I wasn't trying to hurt him badly, just wanted him to feel a fraction of what I'd been feeling. I got him in a headlock and held him there. My girlfriend was screaming for me to let go, but I wasn't listening. Say it, I told him. Say what you did. Let go of me. I tightened my grip. Say it. Okay. I slept with your girlfriend. I betrayed you. I'm a terrible friend. Just let me go. I had my phone in my other hand. Been recording the whole thing since he walked in. Got every word. I let him go and he stumbled back, gasping. You're insane, he said. And you're a backstabber. Get out. He left. Just walked out without another word. My girlfriend stood there looking at me like she didn't know who I was. You recorded that? Yep, and I'm posting it to our friend group chat. Let everyone know what kind of people you both are. You wouldn't, but I would. I opened our group chat. All our friends from high school and college. The people we'd grown up with. People who'd been at our anniversary dinners. Who'd supported us through everything. I uploaded the video with a simple caption. Here's the truth about what's been happening. Within seconds, the reactions started coming in. Shock emojis. Messages asking if it was real. I responded to each one with screenshots of their messages. Every flirty text. Every plan they made. Every lie they told. I was methodical about it. Made sure everyone knew exactly what happened. My girlfriend grabbed her laptop and phone, frantically trying to do damage control, but it was too late. The messages were flooding in, people taking my side, people calling her out, calling him out. Our entire friend group turned on them in real time. You ruined my life, she said. No, you ruined your own life. I just made sure people knew the truth. My phone buzzed. It was her sister. My parents want to have dinner with you tomorrow. They want to meet officially. Are you okay with that? I texted back, yes. My girlfriend saw the message. You're actually going to date her? You're going to be with my sister? Yeah, I am. She treats me like a human being. She's successful, driven, kind, everything you're not. That night, my girlfriend packed a bag and left. Didn't say goodbye. Just grabbed what she could carry and drove to her parents' house. I sat in the apartment alone for the first time in years. It was quiet, peaceful. I ordered pizza, put on a movie I actually wanted to watch, and felt lighter than I had in months. The next few days were chaos. Our friend group completely ostracized both of them. Jake tried to explain himself in the group chat, but people shut him down. Years of friendship gone in an instant. Some mutual friends reached out to me privately, saying they'd noticed things were off but didn't want to say anything. Others apologized for not seeing it sooner. Her sister, I'll call her Jess, came over a few days later with some of her things. Just a bag of clothes, some toiletries. We'd been texting constantly since that first weekend. She made me feel seen in a way I'd forgotten was possible. Are you sure about this? She asked, standing in my living room. Moving in, even temporarily. It's fast. Honestly? Yeah, I've never been more sure of anything. These past few days with you have been better than the last 3 years with her. She smiled and kissed me. We posted a photo together that night. Nothing dramatic, just us at dinner. But we knew my ex would see it, and she did. The messages started immediately. Unhinged. Doesn't even begin to describe them. She called Jess every name you can imagine. Threatened to ruin both our lives. Said she'd make sure everyone knew what kind of people we were. The irony was lost on her. You stole my boyfriend. You're a homewrecker. Jess just screenshot the messages and sent them to their parents. Their mom called her immediately and tore into her. I could hear the yelling through the phone. Their dad apparently took the phone at one point and told her she was no longer welcome at family events until she got help. That's when my ex decided to escalate things. She showed up at my workplace on a Tuesday afternoon. I work in finance, pretty corporate environment. She walked right into the office, past reception, and started making a scene. He abused me, she screamed. He manipulated me and abused me, and now he's turned everyone against me. My coworkers all stopped and stared. My boss came out of his office looking confused. I'd already told him everything that happened, showed him the messages, explained the situation in case something like this happened. He'd been supportive, told me to take time if I needed it. Ma'am, I'm going to need you to leave, my boss said calmly. He hurt me, he's dangerous. I pulled out my phone and showed my boss the messages, the cheating, the lies, her threatening texts from the past week. He nodded and called security. She was escorted out screaming about how I'd pay for this, how she'd ruin me. The whole office watched her get removed from the building. My boss pulled me into his office after. You okay? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I've seen messy breakups before. This is pretty bad, though. You sure you're safe? I think so. She's just desperate. He let me go home early that day. When I got back to the apartment, Jess was already there. She'd heard what happened through the family grapevine and came over with food. "She's losing it," Jess said. "I know. I almost feel bad. Almost." That night, Jake tried to contact me. A long message about how he'd been thinking about everything, how maybe my ex had manipulated both of us, how she'd pursued him and he'd been weak. He tried to shift all the blame onto her, even offered to help me get revenge on her like we were suddenly on the same team again. I screenshot everything and sent it to my ex. Watched them turn on each other in real time. She called him crying. He denied saying any of it. They fought over text in a group chat they didn't realize I was still in. It was pathetic. These two people who'd been so united in their betrayal were now ripping each other apart. A week later, my ex called me. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity got the better of me. "I'm pregnant," she said. My heart stopped. "What?" "I'm pregnant. It's yours. I took a test this morning. I did the math in my head. We hadn't been intimate in months. There was no way. That's impossible. It's yours. I know it is. We need to talk about this. About us." She was trying to trap me, trying to use a pregnancy to get me back, to get access to my money again. But I'd been talking to Jess's family about everything. They knew the timeline. They knew we hadn't been intimate. "I want a paternity test." "What? You don't believe me?" "No, I don't. We haven't slept together in over 4 months. So either this is a lie or it's his." She went quiet. Then she started crying. Please just help me. I don't know what to do. Get a paternity test. If it's somehow mine, I'll do the right thing. But I know it's not." I hung up. Told Jess everything. She held my hand and promised we'd get through it together. We contacted a lawyer, got everything documented. Timeline of events, messages, proof we hadn't been intimate. 2 weeks later, the paternity test came back. Jess's parents had actually helped facilitate it through their connections. It wasn't mine, it was Jake's. My ex had been trying to trick me into raising his kid. I sent the results to my ex, to Jake, to both their families. Just a simple message with the attached PDF, no commentary needed. The proof spoke for itself. Jake called her immediately. I know because she posted about it on social media, some vague post about betrayal and lies. Their friend groups were still giving them both hell. Nobody wanted anything to do with either of them anymore. A few days later, there was a family dinner at Jess's parents' house. Some kind of celebration for Jess's younger brother's birthday. Jess and I were invited. We showed up with a gift, ready for a normal family evening. My ex was there. Nobody told us she'd be there. Apparently, her mom insisted she come to try and work things out as a family. The second we walked in, the temperature in the room dropped. Then Jake showed up. He'd been invited by my ex, apparently. She wanted to confront him in front of everyone. "You told me you'd support me," she yelled the moment he walked in. "I never said that," he shot back. Jess's parents tried to calm everyone down, but it was too late. My ex started yelling about the pregnancy, about how Jake abandoned her, about how I ruined her life. Jake yelled back about how she'd manipulated him, how she'd seduced him, how this was all her fault. I just sat there with Jess, watching it all unfold. It was like watching a car crash in slow motion. "You said you loved me," my ex screamed. "I never loved you. It was just sex." Her face went white. Their entire affair, all those months, all those messages about having a future together, it was all fake. He'd just been using her. Jess's dad stood up. "That's enough. Both of you. Get out of my house." "Dad," my ex started. "No, I'm done. You cheated on a good man who loved you. You lied to your entire family. You tried to trap someone with a pregnancy that wasn't his. And now you bring this drama into my home on your brother's birthday? Get out." Her mom was crying. Her siblings were shocked. My ex looked at me, desperate, like I'd somehow defend her. I just stared back. She grabbed her purse and left. Jake followed shortly after, muttering apologies nobody wanted to hear. The dinner continued awkwardly after that, but Jess's family was kind to me, treated me like I already belonged. Her dad pulled me aside later. "I'm sorry about all of this. You didn't deserve any of it." "Thank you, sir. You're good for Jess. I can see it. Whatever happens with all this mess, you're welcome in this family." I nearly cried. After months of being told I was worthless, disgusting, not good enough, here was her father telling me I was welcome, that I mattered. Over the next few weeks, things got worse for my ex. She tried one final desperate move. She broke into my apartment while I was at work. I'd installed cameras after she showed up at my job. I needed to protect myself, document everything. She destroyed things. My TV, my laptop, ripped up photos, poured bleach on my clothes, smashed dishes. It was like a tornado had gone through the place. But every single second was caught on camera, multiple angles, clear footage of her face, her destroying my property, her screaming at the camera about how I ruined her life. I took the footage to the police, filed a report, sent copies to her family, to our old friend group. Everyone saw what she'd become. The last shred of sympathy anyone had for her vanished. Her own mother called her and told her she needed professional help. Jess helped me clean up. We spent an entire weekend replacing things, repainting where she'd written insults on the walls, making the apartment feel like home again. It was therapeutic in a way, taking back my space, making it ours instead of mine. I got the residency, Jess said one night while we were painting the bedroom. What? The one I applied for? Johns Hopkins. They want me. My heart sank. Johns Hopkins was across the country. I was happy for her, but the thought of losing her already hurt. That's amazing, I said, trying to sound supportive. It is, and I want you to come with me. I stopped painting. What? Come with me. Fresh start. New city. No history. No drama. No exes showing up. Just us. What do you think? I didn't even have to think about it. Yes. Absolutely yes. We started planning immediately. I gave notice at my job, started looking for positions in Baltimore. Jess found us an apartment near the hospital. We were leaving in 3 weeks. Fresh start. New life. I listed everything I'd owned with my ex for sale. Every piece of furniture we'd bought together. Every dish, every decoration, every reminder of those 10 years. I sold it all and used the money to buy Jess something special. A necklace she'd mentioned liking months ago. Something just for her. We blocked my ex and Jake on everything. Social media, phones, email, deleted every photo from those years. It was like erasing them from existence, and it felt good. It felt like closure. On our last day in town, there was a knock on the door. I opened it, and there they were, my ex and Jake, together. "We need to talk," my ex said. She looked terrible. Dark circles under her eyes, unwashed hair, clothes that didn't quite fit right anymore. "No, we don't. Please," Jake added. "We made a mistake, both of us. We're sorry. We want to make this right." I laughed. Actually laughed in their faces. "Make it right? You think showing up here after everything makes it right?" "We were wrong," my ex said. "I was wrong. I blamed you for things that weren't your fault. I cheated because I was broken, and instead of fixing myself, I hurt you. I'm sorry. And I'm supposed to care? We just want forgiveness," Jake said. Jess came to the door behind me. She put her hand on my shoulder. They both saw her and their faces fell. "We're moving," I told them. "Across the country. Starting over. And neither of you are part of that story anymore." "Where are you going?" my ex asked. "None of your business. Don't contact me. Don't contact her. Don't show up here again. We're done. Completely done." I started to close the door, but my ex stuck her foot in. "I'm struggling," she said. "The baby. Jake won't help. My family barely talks to me. I don't know what to do. Figure it out. Like I had to figure it out when you destroyed me. Like I had to figure it out when you told me I disgusted you. You made your choices. Live with them." I shut the door in their faces, locked it. Jess and I just looked at each other and smiled. We could hear them arguing outside as they walked away. Then car doors slamming. Then silence. The moving truck came the next morning. We loaded everything we were keeping and left the rest. The apartment looked empty, like we'd never been there. I took one last look around and felt nothing. No nostalgia, no sadness, just relief.